This video is about vibrato technique and the proper way to practice vibrato to help you get it manageable, controllable, which is what you want. You don't want your vibrato to be something that is random. In my opinion, the best sounding vibrato is like a slow, wide vibrato when you bend up to a note. So the best way to practice is there's two main ways that I've developed my vibrato, and one way is finding a player who you really like their vibrato. Like in my experience, it was Dimebag Darrell, Zakk Wylde back during like the Ozzy No More Tears era, and Marty Friedman back during his time with Megadeth. Those are the three players whose vibrato I would try to emulate. So I would find a passage in a song where they would be playing like a solo or whatever and bend up to a note in vibrato, and I would repeat that little section, like, rewind it like 30 times, 40 times, 50 times during a practice session, and try to match how wide their vibrato was and the tempo of it, right? So like frequency going up to whatever note that is, speed, tempo, trying to match the tempo, and trying to go exactly how wide they were doing it. So I, find like a Pantera song where Dimebag, vibrato's a note where you can tell it's with his fingers and not the whammy bar, and just try to copy it exactly. Of course, you have vibrato notes that just hang on a note without bending up. The thing to realize about those is that you're only going up in frequency when you vibrato those notes. When you bend up to a note and you vibrato around the tone, you're going above and below in frequency that note. So method one, copy your favorite player's vibrato. Method two is going to be going to a metronome or drum beat, like if you have a drum sequencer, and practicing your vibrato to a specific tempo. So I'm going to turn on my metronome here. I'm at 107 BPM for that one. And I'm basically 4/4 time, so I'm trying to get, you're going to be able to hear 4 vibratos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 2 vibratos per click, 4 vibratos for every 2 clicks. So we're doing 8 notes now. Notice how my vibrato is in time with the click. Let's go a little bit lower in tempo here. So there you heard me going back and forth between 8th notes and 8th note triplets, all in time with the click, right? So my vibrato is not just random. It's not just like, squiggling the note around in some random fashion. It's actually controlled. The goal here is to practice this enough so that you're not thinking about it when you're playing leads or improvising or whatever. If you practice it enough, it's going to become second nature. But it is imperative that you practice it in this way. So those are your 2 methods for practice, and you need to do them both. One to the click, going at varying tempos, and make sure that you're staying in frequency too and not sounding out of pitch. But for this exercise, we're concentrating more on the rhythmic qualities of vibrato. So you can practice 8th notes and 8th note triplets using the method I just showed, as well as finding your players that have your favorite vibrato technique that sounds the best to you and emulating them by finding passages in a song and just repeating those passages over and copying what they're doing and trying to make it sound as close to exactly the same as you possibly can.